everyone, this is Sin and welcome back to my channel Stampin' Munchkins. Here's a couple cards we'll be making today along with the unboxing of the August 2020 card kit from Create and Inkspire. This is the box that it comes in, and it comes with the sheet with everything inside. The first thing I got was texture paste in transparent gloss, and you'll get different it varies. Holographic embossing powder from Ranger, 4x6 stamp set, I think this is a 2x3 stamp set full of sentiments, palette knives, package of 5, a sweet treat, which is Smarties, a pack of 6 rainbow single-sided paper, kind of glossy. It's nice thick. It's a nice thickness. And here's the different ones that I'm showing you. Really nice. You know, rainbow is my favorite color. And a stencil with spattered, that looks like spattered paint. It's 6x6 size, so that's nice. And one sheet of black cardstock, which is 78 pounds, color block tuxedo cardstock, and 2 pieces of my favorite 80-pound cardstock in Neenah Classic Crest Solar White. So for the first card, I'll be making, well, this is the background for the card that I'll show later, but I'm gonna use one of the palette knives that came in the kit, and I'm going to be adding the texture transparent gloss to the whole thing, and I'm doing that to one of my 6x6 paper that came in the kit also. And I'll be using my stencil pal, which I really like because it does the whole width quickly. So I'll just be doing that and making sure that it goes towards the whole, like I said, the whole width. And I'm using my X-Acto knife because I taped it down to take the tape off, and I'm taking my stencil to the sink right away to rinse it with water. And I'm adding the holographic embossing powder over the wet texture paste. And I'm using my Wagner dual heat gun, which has a slow setting and a fast setting, and I use that to dry it. And I like these 6 little I didn't want this to go to waste, like the thumbnails of the color paper that we're getting, so I'm using that to paper piece. So I'm doing the paintbrush, just the tips, and I'll be fussy cutting that out. And I also stamped on the 80-pound Neenah Solar White, which is my favorite to COPIC color. And it's hard to see the caps, but I'm just coloring the handle part in E55, E57, and E59. Just really quick coloring. And I used my usual Memento Tuxedo Black, which is my favorite ink to COPIC color. And I'll be gluing the tips onto the handles. And you could see that I changed the way I wanted to do it. So the first one, I left the white part, but it was easier to chop off the handle and just add the brush part. This is 110-pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White, and I am using that as my card base. And I'm using my COPIC pens. I went through my COPIC pen collection to see which ones sort of match the color of the paintbrush, and I'm just doing squiggly marks so that it looks like it's an artsy mess, I guess. And I'll have the COPIC colors on the screen as well as in the description. Everything will always be linked in the description for easy shopping or to see which COPIC colors I used. I cut that down using my Waffle Flower A2 layers die, and I also cut the black that came in the kit, one bigger of the layers die. I'm using my black Tombow to go over to go on the edges so that it's it doesn't look like it's just cut out. And I did pop that up using my Darice foam tape, which I love. And I'm just gluing it onto my black card layer, and I'll be layering that onto my white base later. So now for the sentiment, I'm putting "You Make Life" on in the front, angled the same angle as the paintbrushes, and I use my VersaFine Clear in Nocturne. I want to do this in one line, but it wouldn't fit because it's a portrait instead of landscape. So I'm using my ink mini cubes to make this a rainbow to color the to match the colors in the front. And again, I'll list everything on the screen and on the description. Just click on show more so you can see all the details. And now I'm doing the blue and the purple. I used Concord and Ninth and Paint Fresh Studios to ink it up. And these are super simple. I used just one color of Copic and one color of ink pads per rainbow spectrum. Now I'm adding glossy accent to the brush part and the scribbled part. Now I'm working on my second card, and I'm using this card that is in the same stamp set. And I just made a quick mask. I didn't even really need to use this mask. And you'll see later I change it out and I don't even cut it out. And I'll be stamping this 5 times. It's super simple masking as it's just straight lines. And it's easy to fussy cut out after, which I hate fussy cutting, but I did this one. And you can tell I really don't like not using a MISTI, and you can tell by how dark and thick some of the images are. And this was scary. Sorry for my hair getting in the way. I'm like, oh gosh, please don't let me mess it up now. And again, I'm using the same colors as I did on the first card for the Copic colors. So just 5 colors, no shading or anything. I wanted to keep this super simple, minimal equipment so that anyone can do it. You don't need, like 3 different Copic shades. Just use what you have, and that's what I wanted to show. Use your kit, add a few supplies, and you have 2 wonderful cards that you can send to somebody. It doesn't need to be complicated. And that's what I love about the Create and Inkspire kit. And all the information will be below. I wanted this to be gray, so I'm just using C1 and C0. And really, again, simple coloring. Let's keep everything simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Talking about Create and Inkspire, it is an online publication as well as a card kit that you can purchase. And this month, there's also an add-on stamp set you could add on. And the paper that you see, the rainbow paper, you can buy that separately also. So go onto the website. It will be linked below. And Courtney Krieber is the business owner, and she is a most wonderful stamper, just like us. So this, I cut this up, but I kind of screwed it up because I wanted the stripes to go the other way, portrait instead of horizontal. But my brain wasn't thinking. I knew what I wanted, but it just didn't happen. So now I'm using the same black paper, and I'm just cutting it to A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and my panel will be layered on to that flat, and you'll see that here it has a slight border. And this is the I did heat it again once it dried to make sure that the holographic embossing powder was fully melted, and you can see it's hard to see, but it's there that it has a nice iridescent holographic tinge to it. Sorry for my phone. And I was like, which side do I want it? So I liked it over the red, and I did the sentiment. I did cut that out using my Simon Says Stamp sentiment borders, and this colorful will fit in one line because this is the landscape, and I'm using the same colors again. I'm not overcomplicating anything. Same thing, and I'm doing each color separately, just overlapping where the other color was a little bit, and again using the same colors as I did in the front. Just simple rainbow. And now the FUL, which is blue and purple. I hope you enjoy this unboxing and super simple card making. I had a smudge, so it actually worked out good because I put the card panel on top of it. And here's the card. You can see the glossy shine. I love glossy accents, haven't used it in a long time. So this one says, "You make life colorful." And again, I had to split it into two and added a hyphen with my green COPIC. And this is the second card. Super simple. I love that card and easy masking. It says, "Make today colorful." And I really love this stamp card kit. Courtney, you did an absolutely great job, and I can't wait to see what will come next month. Now here's some close-up pictures of the two cards. I did take this picture out on my yard. I just stuck it on the grass, on top of the grass. So I had good lighting this way. I really struggled taking pictures, so I think I'll just be doing this going forward. And I really liked how the paintbrush turned out using that thumbnail. And don't throw that away, guys. Use it for something else. You could, it's such a small little, like a 2x2. You could stamp something on top of it and make that a background. So look at everything that you have and think of how you can use it in a different way. Again, I hope you enjoyed these couple cards. Look at all the links below, and that's a way to support me to bring you free content. If there's anything you'd like to see, please note that as a comment below. Here's a video you might enjoy and a card making playlist. And as always, click on my face to subscribe. Thanks everyone. Bye and aloha.